The other day I went and I tried out for Canada's Got Talent. Yeah, sure, I was herded like cattle for about like 9 hours. Like I went and slept over at like 3 AM and my friend was like, yo, it's a good idea, man. The line's gonna get packed. Didn't get packed. Like people, like I got there and they're like, you're not allowed to line up till 6 AM, alright man? And I was like, okay, so like nobody's even fighting to get into line at 6 AM. They're all just like sadly walking over there. We like made terrible decision choice like, at that point, and then you're just like standing in line and nobody's even lining up behind you for like 5 hours. And then what ended up happening was that like I wasn't registered before, right? Because I have no like foresight. So I didn't register at all. And then so I'm standing there in this line and I was like, fuck yeah, I'm like the 5th person. I'm gonna be able to get in at 8 AM when they first get this. And then immediately I can just go home and sleep. This was worth it. Who cares? I don't do anything at night anyway. They bring it up, like they bring the person up to the front and then they're just like, okay, so what's happening right now is that everybody in that line over there is gonna get in, and then whatever's remaining, the non-registered people are gonna be there. I look over, it's fucking like at least 1,000 people. So like it's as if you just like stood in line for the wrong line this entire time, because it was like the worst situation possible. And I'm standing there and I brought my friend who's amazing, and he actually dressed up as Batman. That was his shtick, was that he's gonna be Batman and he's gonna actually tell jokes as Batman. Okay, which I was like, that's a great idea. So what ended up happening was that so it was me and Batman. I actually was doing like a martial arts / comedy duo thing as well, right? So we were both really fucking weird is what I'm saying. We were just doing really weird acts, right? And then so they ended up calling us up and they're like, okay, the next 50 people, everybody's gonna come over here. So there's 48 people in the other line, and then me and Batman in the variety section. It's all music on this side, and then Batman and random martial arts dude that's gonna be there. So they end up like bringing us up and then they call us in, and Batman, right before he goes on, he's fucking hilarious. He's like, yo, what will get me on TV if I do stand-up comedy in this voice as Batman? Or should I sing the German national anthem? Deutschland. Like it was like he had like the hand motions and everything. I was like, dude, hands down, Deutschland, fuck yeah. So, and then he ended up being like, okay, no, I think I'm gonna stick to my art or comedy, whatever. And he goes in and like he comes out and he's like ecstatic, right? Because like I was looking at the judges' faces. It wasn't like, wow, I'm really enjoying this. It's like, wow, I can't wait to throw this into like this blender of like death. Everybody's gonna just eat this up. Like a person dressing up as Batman singing the national anthem or comedy, that's gonna make TV, right? So at that point I was like, okay, I have to outdo him, and I'm gonna tell you guys, this is the last thing I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I was doing. I actually ended up mixing this this beautiful art of stand-up comedy as well as with martial arts. And what I ended up doing was not your typical stand-up telling stories and shit. I actually ended up doing this thing that I call, well, everybody knows them, they're puns. And it's some wordplay, right? And I love wordplay, so I take wordplay plus martial arts equals pun fu. That's my art, right? And what I ended up doing was, so the lady's like, okay, thank you for coming in. Okay, so you can begin. So I actually grabbed my uniform, I started putting on my uniform, and I was like, so, I was hanging out with my baker friend, and he loves martial arts. He loves Taekwondo! The look on this lady's face, like I couldn't break character at this part, right? The look on this fucking lady's face was like, it just dropped and it was like, this is the most insane man I've ever seen in my entire life. So, and then like, I'm like still staring at her with like, I grabbed like the board and I'm like, this board got pissed and he snapped! And I like smashed it, and I like was like fucking ripping off my shirt and shit. And then she was just like, alright. Thank you for coming in, and we'll be letting you know in about a month and a half if you made it, but alright. It was just like shooting me out, and then I got out of there, me and Batman are jumping in a circle like, alright guys, that's my time. I'm Anto. Have a good night, guys. Peace.